said that I'm bad as hell. How the fuck she know she only looking at herself? So-called love affair, but in it I can never tell.
Hi, my name is Khadijah, aka Keisha. Welcome back to my channel. So it has been a little bit since I filmed, but I really wanted to get this video out there for you guys because this weekend is the Romance Takeover Readathon. I'm so excited. I was asked to be a host, so I will be hosting it. I will leave my Instagram information below so you guys can get the templates, see what I'm reading, let me know what you guys are reading, tag me in your stories. I'm so excited. I'm hosting this, well, Jen from the Book Refuge put all of this together and she asked me to host, and then also Jess from Honest Fiction is hosting, and Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings is hosting. So I am just so excited. We're gonna have some reading sprints. Again, be on the lookout on my Instagram and the other host's Instagram to see what time, whose channel. Be there or be square, okay? It's gonna be a fun time. And I'm just so excited to be reading tons and tons of romance. So this is taking place from the 14th to the 17th. And the only objective is to read as much romance as you can. Jen created some really cool templates that everyone will be able to use. I know they're already in a highlight reel on her Instagram if you want to check that out at the Book Refuge. And I will also hopefully be getting those up on my Instagram. Again, I am just so excited. I will include the list of prompts and let's just go through them really quick. If you choose to go by the list, you can, or you can just read whatever you want, honestly. But sometimes prompts are fun and they get us reading different things, and you know, you can create your own bingo board using these prompts. So there's one bingo board with 16 squares, and then there's another bingo board with I believe it's 9 squares. I'm probably going for a blackout. You can just go for a regular bingo. A book can count for as many prompts as it needs to. You know, you can double up on your books as far as the bingo board. No problem with that. I have a book on my TBR that I'm planning to read, and it's literally like so many prompts are in that one book, and it's a novella. So feel free to do whatever you like, whatever works best for you. So we'll just go over the prompts super quick here. I have my iPad, so I might be looking down a little bit. So first we have a host recommendation. Jen from the Book Refuge has like so many recommendation videos. Like, she has oddly specific tropes, regular tropes, like she has so many. If you need a recommendation, definitely go check out her channel. Check out the other host channel. I did just post, not just, that was like a month ago. I posted like my favorite romance reads. I also have the best of 2023. If you want to check those out, I will leave those linked below, get some ideas. I will also be just including a couple of books in this video just in case. So yeah, that's one of the prompts. Any books that we've recommended, go ahead and read it, put it on your TBR. Next we have a new release, a new to you author, a book over 500 pages, which that is a risky one for a weekend readathon, but if you're a quick reader, go ahead, girl, go ahead. We have 5-star prediction, a book released before 2014. I also found that one hard because I'm like, I don't even know. Like, of course I was reading back in 2014, but what I was reading then, I probably would not be interested in now. So if you can find one though, that'd be awesome. A Bookstagram hyped book, next in a series, a novella, an audiobook, any audiobook, LGBTQ plus romance, and read a book in one sitting. Obviously, if you're reading a novella, reading a book in one sitting would be way easy, you know? So that's 2, find a novella. Okay, that prompt for the novella, it's a short book and you can probably get it done in one sitting. You know, that's 2 things on your bingo board already. Maybe it's a new to you author, there goes 3. So it's like super easy to get these prompts, and I love that. That's just what's so fun about it. So you don't have to like try to stress about filling up your bingo board or anything. The next page of prompts is a fan fiction. We know how I love fanfic. I do have one on my TBR for this readathon. I'm super excited to read. We have historical romance, a dark romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, small town romance, taboo romance, a second chance author. So maybe you tried an author, did not like the first story you read by them, but you want to give them a second chance. I actually have one of those on my TBR too. and then age gap romance. So those are the prompts, and then I will show the bingo board somewhere over here. So it's really fun, you know, just fill it out in Canva or on Instagram, post it whenever you get a book that, you know, goes on your bingo board, post it, tag us in your stories. I just think it's gonna be so fun. Readathons were really the reason I started reaching out to people in the book community, and honestly one of the reasons I chose to have a channel. I just think it's such a fun way to connect with people, and I'm so excited to be doing like my first live reading sprints, so I hope you guys show up. But yeah, I'm super excited. And then I will also leave my bingo board here, which I believe is, yeah, I did go for the bigger one, but I think I can get it done because like I said, I have some books on my TBR that's going to fit multiple prompts, so I'm not too worried about it, and it's all about having fun anyways. So let's get down to some recs. Let's first go over some recommendations that I just put together real quick, no research done. I mean, yeah, I've done a little research, but it may have been a while since I read some of these books, so take that as you will. I'll leave them linked below. You can go check them out on Goodreads or on Amazon, see if that's something you may like. So I just chose a few recommendation prompts, and I just listed a couple books. So a book over 500 pages. The first one that came to mind was Forbidden Part 1 by Amelia Emerson. Literally one of my favorite books of last year. Absolutely loved it, absolutely devoured it. It is an Omegaverse RH, and I feel like I don't know enough people who read it, and I would love for everyone to check her out because that book is so good. You'll definitely want to pick up the second one. Also, I think I read that book, it's like 500 and some pages, and I think I read it all like in 2 sittings, like when I first picked it up as an ARC, because it was so good, so good. Next, I have any Mariana Zapata book, okay? She is the queen of slow burn, and her books are very long. I think like all of them are over 500 pages. Not all of them, but most of them. And literally, I love her books. I love them. They're always such a good time. I've read Dear Erin, which is like an epistolary? It's a letter romance. I don't know why I struggle with that word, but it's a problem. So that's like, they write letters back and forth and text messages and emails, I believe it is. And then Wait For It, which is one of my absolute favorites for her. That is like a single mom well, she's not a mom. She is a mom to her nephews. She's raising her nephews because her brother passed away. So she is their mom, but you know, they're not biologically like her kids. They're her nephews. And really good romance with the baseball coach. Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which is my absolute favorite Mariana Zapata book. So cute, so good. It's like a grumpy football NFL player from Canada who needs a wife in order to stay in the States. And then we have his assistant who he treats like crap, but once they get married, it's slow burn, super cute. You know, obviously forced proximity. Really love that one. Let's see. So yeah, books over 500 pages, any of those, totally recommend. Next I have novellas. So I have Blood Moon by Gillian Graves. I read this for a readathon, I think last year or the year before, and I really enjoyed it. It's like, so it is a novella, a little bit of a longer novella, but under 200 pages, I believe. And it's so cute, and it's a paranormal romance, so that's 2 things, right? And if you haven't read Gillian Graves before, new author, that's 3 prompts that you can get from this one book. But it's really great. I believe it starts out, is she a witch? I think she's a witch, and she owns like a nightclub, and she is looking to kind of have one night of freedom, you know, forget about her worries, and she hooks up with Vlad, who is a vampire, and then it turns out they're actually enemies or rivals, but then they become lovers. It was super spicy, super cute and fluffy though too. It was really good. I do want to read more from that author because I really enjoyed it, but I feel like that's the perfect book for a readathon because it's quick, it's spicy, it's entertaining, and it just makes you want to keep reading other books. You know, you're not going to get in a slump reading that book. Next, I have some fan fiction. So All You Want by Sen Lin Yu is an Omegaverse, but a Draco and Hermione pairing. This is not why choose, it's just male-female. and I really, really loved it. Like, my favorite fanfic so far. Totally recommend. 10 out of 10. Senlin Yu can do no wrong. She's also the author of Manacled. Totally recommend. Also, another short one. It's kind of hard because fanfics are like, they go by word count, not page count. But this one's pretty short. It could possibly be a novella, I would say. 10 out of 10 by Morgan Mercy. Again, I will link these down below on AO3. But I really, really love that one as well. So this one, Draco and Hermione pairing, and they're forced together to be married by, you know, the government or whoever. And basically they need to get to 10. They have like a chalkboard, and every day they'll write like what number they're at as far as like how close and intimate they feel towards each other. And then once they get to 10, you know, obviously they start really liking each other. It was a really cute, fluffy fic. And I totally recommend. I think it'll be great for a readathon. Next, I have historical romances. All I really have is Never Seduce a Scot by Maya Banks. She can do no wrong. I love that book. Actually, it's right here. I love this book. I love it. I believe her name is Evie. Oh, Eveline. So she is, people think she's daft or whatever from back in the day. It's like a Highlander romance, and she's not. She's just deaf. And she is kind of forced to marry, what do you call him? He's like the leader of another clan, and it's their romance from there. Again, it's historical, but I felt like it was fast-paced. I could easily get to it, and I was rooting for the characters. Really, really love that one. And then I have dark romances. Okay, let's be real. Anything by Michelle Hurd, okay? Anything by Michelle Hurd. These books right here, her, what is this? Sinner series, her Sinner series, I absolutely loved. I started with these books of hers, and I have not gone back since. Any of them you could read. I know some people might have a problem with the first one. I actually really enjoyed the first one. Like, yeah, he does come off a little mean, but it's not a bully romance at all. I really enjoyed the first one though. So I would say start there. Otherwise, you can read any of these out of order. I think my favorite was Captured by a Sinner and Stolen by a Sinner. Those two were probably my favorite of the series. And like I said, you can jump around. They can be read as standalones. Also with this series, her next one, which is Kings of Mafia, is it? Or is it this? No, her new ones are Kings of Mafia. What was it? Craving Danger was probably my favorite of this series so far. There are 3 books out. I only have the first 2 right now, but I will buy the other ones. So anything Michelle Hurd. The Perfectly Imperfect series by Neva Altaj. So good. So good. I'm so happy I kept continuing on in that series. The last one is coming out at the end of this month. But those are so quick, so small, easy to fly through. Like, this is book 2. Look how small that is. It's perfect. And then, you know what? This book is probably my favorite. It is book 2. I skipped book 1, but I actually might go back and read it because I just love the series so much. So, yes, definitely recommend. And you know, if you're worried about getting in a slump, just start with book 2. You're not going to be confused. At least I wasn't. And then also, my new babies. S.J. Tilly, her Alliance series for dark romance. Yes, 100% do it. Start it. Start with Nero. He's a little cray-cray. He's a little stalkerish, literally. And he does some freaky, nasty stuff. But listen, it only gets better. This series, literally every single book just got better and better and better. And Dom is my favorite. I will say read them in order though, because I just think it makes way more sense that way. So yes, for sure those for dark romance. Can you tell what my favorite subgenre is? So next we have fantasy romance. I honestly had a little bit of a hard time like picking out some fantasy romances that I wanted to recommend for this readathon. Like, you guys know all the popular ones, Sarah J Maas and like Fourth Wing, you know. But not many people know this. I did read Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy actually got me out of like a year or 2 long slump. I binged those books. I think I stopped at book 5 or 6 because it was just getting too heartbreaking for me and I couldn't continue on. But the first book in Zodiac Academy, I flew through. And now I see like physical copies of those books and I'm like, holy crap, I did not know they were that thick. But they're so good. Zodiac Academy follows two twin sisters, Darcy and somebody else. Sorry, it's been like a year or two since I've read it. And they find out that their like real parents were like Fae royalty, and they have to go to this alternate universe and go to this school where they are bullied. And then there's some romances in there. Really, really fun. I loved the world. I loved like pretty much everything that had to do with those stories. Like I could not stop reading them. Like, oh, really, really good. Definitely give that a try if you haven't. It's just like a fun time. Like, I don't take it too seriously with the world building and all that other stuff. I actually prefer my fantasy romances like that. Like, I'm a simple gal. Just give me the good romance, give me an intriguing plot or world, and I'm with you. I'm right there. Now, paranormal romance. I haven't been reading a lot of paranormal romance either, which is so crazy because I was looking on my Goodreads and I had so many like paranormal romances like back in 2015, 2014, you know, like I was in my phase. But ones that I would recommend now is obviously Blood Moon by Gillian Graves that I mentioned earlier, and then Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. So good. Wolf Gone Wild, it takes place in New Orleans, and we have our heroine who is a witch, and a wolf shifter comes to her because his wolf is unsettled, and like he's talking to him in his mind. And he's, you know, irritated and agitated, and it's just not right. So he needs like a spell or something to be able to break this. I just thought it was amazing. Love the New Orleans atmosphere. Absolutely love that story. I'm actually continuing on in the series during this readathon. Next, I have Small Town Romance. This is the last one that I really have a recommendation for. So I did Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. Now, small town romance, you guys know, I'm sure you guys know, Elsie Silver is like the queen of small town romance. She has tons and tons of books. But Bittersweet by Serena Bowen, she was the first one that really got me into small town romance, and I can honestly say that like her books hold my attention. Like some of the new small towns, it's really hard for me. So I've been just trying to find a series that kind of fits and that I've been in the mood for. But her Bittersweet book, no, okay, so the first book is Bittersweet, and then the series is called the True North series. The first book is really good. It's about Griffin, who I believe it takes place in, oh, where is it, Virginia? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a lot of details on this one. But basically, an ex-fling stops into town, is trying to sell him something, and he's like, no, like, no way. We're not doing that. He's like taking care of their ranch, or is it like apples? I want to say it's like an apple farm or something. Yeah, I want to say it's an apple farm, but he's taking care of it, and she's like trying to get him to buy. And really the series, like book 1 was not my favorite, so I don't remember too much, but book 3 was really good. So I recommend that True North series. I really, really liked it, and I love Serena Bowen's writing. I do want to read more from her too in the future. So that's kind of what I have for just a couple recommendations. Again, go look through my videos. I talk about books I love all the time. And then also go look at the other hosts' videos and their YouTubes. Jenn from the Book Refuge has so many, literally like the recommendation queen. She has so many rec videos. So go check those out. Next, I do want to get into my TBR. Okay, sorry if the angle changed. I had to like pull up my list for my TBR. So for the readathon, first I have Witches Get Stitches by Juliet Cross. This is next in a series, and it's a paranormal romance, I believe, between a witch and a werewolf shifter. Super excited for that one. Next, I have Montana Desire, which is a small town romance. I have the audio book of it on AnyPlay, and then it will be the next in a series, book 3 in the Montana Danger series. So super excited for that one. An audiobook is always nice to have on hand when you're like, have to run errands or do everyday life stuff. Throw in an audiobook, get that stuff done so that I'm always kind of reading. So I might throw in another audiobook in there too. We'll just see how the weekend goes. Next I have Aldo by Melanie Moreland. And this is a host rec. Jenn from the Book Refuge has been reading this series and really liked it. It's dark romance because it's like a Canadian mafia, and I've been really wanting to get into it. And yes, let me see. Is she a new to me author? I want to say she is, but she actually may not be. But that's fine because I have another one who's a new to me author. Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I just got this book from Book of the Month. It is like a surprise pregnancy type thing. I don't know too much about it, but the cover is really cute and it looks good. Now, this is a new release and a new to me author. And then I have a fanfic, Consequences by Dark Cloud 190. This is a mafia romance between Draco and Hermione, and it takes place outside of the wizarding world, so they're in like a human setting. And Draco is a mafia boss, and if you know me, I feel like this was written for me. It's fanfic. It's Draco and Hermione. It's mafia romance, dark romance. I'm so excited for this one. That's also a 5-star prediction because, again, it just has everything I love, everything I need. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. And then I have My Dirty Duke, which is a novella. It's a historical romance. Oh, sorry. My Dirty Duke by Joanna Shupe. So novella, historical romance. There is an age gap because I believe it's her father's best friend. And then I'm giving this author a second chance. I read another book by her a couple years ago, and everyone loved it, and I really, really strongly disliked it. So I haven't tried her since, but I do want to give her a try because I know she has a pen name and she writes some like mafia romance. So I want to give those a try as well. So we will start here with My Dirty Duke. And then also I have a prompt for read a book in one sitting because this is a novella. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it, but we'll see. Any of these books really I could possibly read in one sitting, so let's hope for that. And then the last one I have is The Scepter by J. Bree. This is a novella, and it's a fantasy romance. This is like the prequel to her new series. I know the first book is The Crown of Oaths and Curses. I really, really, really loved the Bonds That Tie series that she wrote. Like, binged the whole series in like a week, like obsessed with it, loved it. And so I definitely want to give her fantasy series a try. So I just thought I would start out with reading the prequel first. And so that is the TBR for the readathon for now. I am a mood reader. I could read none of these books, or I could read them all and then add some more. You know, I might pick and choose. I might add different books to the TBR. I will keep you guys posted on my Instagram. Again, go ahead and go follow me so you guys can get the full scoop and tag along during this readathon weekend. I hope you guys are excited. I'm super excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified the next time I post. You guys will probably get a couple more videos this week because I've been kind of behind and I'm trying to catch up. So I'm just about to probably go a little posting crazy. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.
She said that I'm bad as hell. How the fuck she know she only looking at herself? So-called love affair,